Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Tuesday, November 8th. So welcome to our full moon total lunar eclipse in Taurus. Of course, we've been building up to this particular event for weeks now, being in this eclipse portal, and with the full moon at its fullest illumination, we are definitely feeling the intensity, the extremes, the absolute shakeup that is taking place in the energetic field and in our circumstances in order for us to make a major shift, a major change. If you have not downloaded your moon guide, I'm going to recommend you do that. We walk through all the different aspects and what that energy means and how we can apply it to our lives and how we can align with it and make it work for us instead of allowing it to work against us. If you haven't listened to the full moon astro forecast that I put out for everyone's listening pleasure, please go ahead and do that, where we do a deep dive in what this particular moon event is and what we can expect from the energies that are being triggered and activated because of it. To summarize, it is going to be a pretty extreme feel and thought kind of day. There are 12 different energies here today, and 10 of them involve the moon. The moon is going to bump into Chiron, the wounded healer, in such a way where we are definitely seeing our triggers be activated. And this is definitely going to make us feel hypersensitive, agitated, and a little bit defensive. The moon goes ahead, bumps into the true node. Of course, the true node being the key factor of why we're having this eclipse. Should put a side note there that if you look up the Fact newest video that I added to that playlist, we talk about what these nodes are all about and what the eclipses are all about. But basically, the true node is the north node that is currently in Taurus. This is showing us what it is that we have to build, what we have to create, the path that we need to get on in order to fulfill our soul's mission, our soul's purpose. The south node is currently in Scorpio energy, showing us what has to end, what needs to die in order for us to actually move on and in line with new karma, with new roles, and with new responsibilities. Having this particular aspect under the full moon total lunar eclipse means that we're really questioning where it is that we're coming from, and we're questioning where it is that we're trying to go. The moon goes ahead and semi-squares, creates a little bit of a tension and conflict with Jupiter, who's all about growth and expansion, currently retrograde in Pisces energy. This particular energy is going to turn the volume all the way up on what we're thinking and feeling. And right now, we don't know what we're thinking and feeling. We are trying so freaking hard to grasp onto stability, safety, security. But for many of us, we have had our circumstances totally shook up, totally changed, totally shift in order to destroy and clear the path in order for us to build new, to build something stronger in its place. Jupiter is going to show us, magnify our thoughts, our feelings at this particular point in time, which are hella extreme, hella intense, and hella crazy. The moon opposes Mercury. Of course, the moon in Taurus sits across from the Scorpio energy that Mercury is currently sitting in. This is our heart versus our head sitting across the table, getting into a little bit of a confrontation with each other. Our heart wants to go one way, our head wants to go the other, and somewheres in between is the path that we're going to have to take logical, practical steps in actually making moves and transforming our lives from what it was to something that it needs to be. The moon opposes the sun at 6:03 a.m., giving us our full moon total lunar eclipse in Taurus. Of course, the moon, our emotions, our intuition, the past, the sun in Scorpio shining a bright light on what it is that we have to change and transform in our lives, definitely putting us at odds with ourselves and with the people in which we actually desire a close connection with. Again, jump into the moon guide. We dissect each and every single aspect that takes place under this moon event, and we kind of see what it is that it's trying to show us. Of course, revealing the shadow self, that is where the magic, that is where the power is, and understanding how we can use this energy for us instead of allowing it to be used against us. The moon is going to come up to and conjunct Uranus. In the moon guide and in the astro forecast, we talk about how pivotal Uranus's energy is under this full moon eclipse. Of course, he is the great awakener. He likes to shake things up and wake us up to a new opportunity to make a great change. He is retrograde in Taurus energy, highlighting for us where it is that we're holding on too damn tightly to the old, where it is that we're too attached to the physical topics and themes of the here and now. And with this jolt, with this shift, with this energy, we will feel the anxiety, the restlessness, the nervousness, and our nerves come alive and show us where it is that we are resisting these changes. The moon is going to square Saturn. This is not going to feel good. This is no way, shape, or form going to feel good. We are getting into the boxing ring with Mr. Karma himself. We have new soul contracts that we have to boss up and actually rise to the challenge in order to accept. This comes with new roles and responsibilities in our lives that many of us have been trying to avoid. And with this particular aspect, we are going to see Negative Nancy, Betty the Bully, creep in and really give us a mental and emotional beat down. Mercury conjuncts the sun. They are sitting next to each other, sitting together in Scorpio energy. You best believe that this is a brand new cycle for Mercury, as any time that any planet meets up and bumps into the sun, that we are having a blast of energy, a re-energization, if you will. This is going to put us in a very interesting perspective, a nice window of opportunity to clearly see what it is that we want to do from here. This could be a dream, a vision, a path, a goal. This could be a new ambition, a new objective, if you will. We're going to have aha moments, a full light bulb moment coming on, shining a light on where it is that we've been struggling to make sense of things, where we're now finding clarity. This is intuitive as well as intellectual. And of course, when we blend the two together, we are on the right track. We have to watch out for our communication skills, as anything we say or write, put into words, has the power to actually impact other people and to come true. So good, bad, or otherwise, you better get that mental narrative on point. You better put a filter on before you allow words to leave your mouth. And with the good ideas or the good plans coming in, make sure you're writing them down. This moment of genius doesn't last as long as we need, and you do need to capture those epiphanies as they are downloaded and as they come into your mind space. The moon is going to oppose Venus. The moon in Taurus, of course, ruled over by Venus. Venus is in Scorpio. This is going to be a total conflict of what it is that we emotionally want, need, and desire in our lives. First, within our relationship with ourselves. Second, with the relationship that we have with other people. Although this is an opposition, creating a little bit of conflict, the conflict will lead us to a breakthrough. This is coming at a perfect time when the moon is going to sextile with Neptune. This is a beautiful energy for us to rise above the bullshit, rise above our circumstances, and actually align with our higher self. Our intuition is flowing very, very strongly right now. Dreams, visions, ambitions, goals, objectives are becoming a lot more clear. But just as quick as they come in, they can go just as quick. That's why I say, write it down. Mercury will oppose Uranus. This is an interesting combination because, of course, Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. Uranus rules over the higher intellect, where it is that we can gain information and insight from the higher realms of intelligence, while Mercury rules over the lower intellect, where our logic and practicality play into our egoic experience. Having this particular opposition is definitely going to put us at a little bit of a pressurized point in that mental plane because we're trying to meet in the middle. We're trying to awaken to new ideas, new visions, new dreams, new inspirations. But sometimes we suck the magic out of it by trying to make logical and practical sense on where they're coming from. Just let the information flow. Again, there's going to be a lot of epiphanies as we close the door on this eclipse season. It is going to take some time to kind of simmer, to kind of manifest, to actually come into fruition. The moon is going to end the day off with a very tension-filled aspect with Mars. Mars, of course, retrograde now in Gemini energy, really pumping the brakes on what it is that we're able to achieve, we're able to pursue. We are kind of stunted in the action that we're able to take, and instead we have to take that energy on an inward journey and really strategize. That Gemini energy is so important to debate the pros and cons, to sort out the logical, practical plans that we need to take so that when the green light is given, we know exactly the direction that we need to take and where it is that we have to pour our physical energy into. Because this is a little bit of a tension point, we might find ourselves a little bit frustrated, a little bit agitated, even a little bit angered at the fact that we feel blocked, we feel restricted. Now keep in mind, full moon energy, it's always intense, it's always extreme, but we have this eclipse layer of energy over us as well, which really means that we are at the mercy of the cosmos, of the universe, to sort us out and put us on the path that we are meant to pursue from here.